If you want to become professional speaker, you do this. If you want to, let's say, write book, you do this. But a lot of this, it actually on personal level.
My audience are high achievers, right? And obviously a doctor is a high achiever. So I think in that sense, your framework would work for my audience beautifully. And I know when you're speaking with doctors, you're essentially, well, I'll read it right off of your website. Discover innovative ways. You say how doctors, I'm going to say how high achievers like you combine their passion and credentials to create lifelong passive income. So, utilizing your framework, what are some of the keys to take your curated knowledge, right? Because obviously you're got to be devoted and dedicated for usually decades to get to that level of achievement. How do you take all of that and somehow be able to step away from the initially intended reason why you did that field of study, right? Got all of that knowledge and experience to create maybe a secondary or an alternative lifelong passive stream of income. You kind of guide us in that a bit?
Uh, Now, every path would be a little bit different. And I know it's a lot of experts out there, and they say, okay, if you want to invest into real estate, you do this. If you want to become professional speaker, you do this. If you want to, let's say write book, you do this. But a lot of this, it actually on personal level. So what I can tell for the audience, what we can do, number one, is understand your uncertainty. So, first, calculate and understand and see, are you comfortable with this situation or that situation? That's why we created, specific assessment, and we are trying to understand, because I've had some clients come and they would say, I want to be a speaker, and quickly they realize they just don't want to be really, in person or travel and take time away from the family and need a little bit more passive. There is someone decided, okay, I want to be a coach. And then they realize, no, that's not something that I can do. So one is to realize for yourself, what would be that appropriate? A lot of times how we create that passive income that people say, for example, real estate, it's the way, we could aim. Now, how you could achieve, you could actually first, for example, become a speaker, you create certain revenue, or then you create online courses that people would buy. And then eventually that revenue, let's say, translate into real estate. Or someone is more, comfortable, grow, speaking career. Maybe they not so comfortable and they wrote chapter in the book, then they wrote book, and then they took all this information and they went. So then it would be a completely different way how people look at you when you're on a stage if you're already author. So embrace that way. What, your certainty, what's your uncertainty, what you can do. And a lot of times we don't even know what we can do. Initially I thought that I'll be okay with television. Well, Antoniette, quickly I realized that that require certain level of setting, certain time, certain look, certain availability. So then I created in a different way, like coaching and speaking, where actually I can work at my own time. And that helped me formulate message and get into new industry where I actually was able to step away from seeing patients. So I would say develop that emotional resilience, and that would bring you into being your own leader, and you could learn and kind of grow and build in path that would be more applicable to you.